I am Nikki6 from NikkiJoMazing.com.
I'm JoJo Fabs from JoJo's Blog.
I'm Kat. I'm just kidding.
Intro.
That's our intro. Well, Cass from Amazing.com.
And Melissa from Amazing.com.
And
Perfect.
And Get That Paper Signed.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And NikkiJoMazing.com.
Yes, she's also a
Why
rap
do y'all
comedian.
say that at the same time?
This happens all the time.
That's
Yeah.
crazy how it's so synchronized.
Y'all so sync.
Yeah.
It's so
The
synchronized.
best
That sync
part,
life is real.
the best part about NikkiJoMazing is that we are all friends.
Yeah,
Yes.
like legit.
We all
Best
legitimately
friends.
support
friends.
each other, and that's why a lot of people, oh, why don't you just have one site, or why don't you just combine and do it? I think what makes us unique is we all are doing individual things, but that's only to your benefit, like I said, because then you get cross promotion all over the place. That's
Yes.
right, son. That's
Yeah.
right.
Plan. You have to have an outline. You have to make sure your content is ready before it's ready.
Yeah.
Like, you have to make sure it's legit. You have to make sure you have like your rights on the music too, because if you want to make a profit on your music, you have to have the rights on it. So you have to have that as a key component. So you have to look at copyrights, trademarks, all that stuff. So you have to put that as a reminder if you want to make money off your music. But by all means, putting out free music is the best way to get your sound to the people. Because a lot of people, they just want to go on SoundCloud, they'll go through your tracks, and they'll listen to you for like hours if you have good content to last you that long. Because if you don't, they're going to just go to the next artist, and you have to get their, you have to grasp their attention. So you have to have good quality music, you have to have lyrical content, not just ramble about nonsense. It has to make
Yes,
sense.
please.
Yeah.
It has to, and you can't.
I got a song that wasn't mixed like at all. Like I hear the vocals like
It
I don't
sounded
know,
like
it's
right
so
off the
crazy.
computer, most probably, right?
Yeah, or like they recorded it on their iPhone like mic or something like that. It's kind of crazy, but we do get submissions like that.
And very important when you submit your music, make sure you let them know who you are. Like
Yeah.
a little small bio. Because we get submissions maybe like daily pretty much, and there's 2 or 3 that don't have a bio, just like, hey, check out my music, and they'll just put their link, and we don't know who you are. You know, we want to know who you are, where you come from, you know, like
Yeah,
just a
the-
small
It
bio.
helps
the
us
less-
to
yeah.
put something out there about you faster.
And it gives us less work. We don't want to research up on you. We want all the information like right there. You know.
If you don't have a Wikipedia page, then I need a bio. You know what I mean?
That's the point.
If I can't Google you,
Yeah, yes.
then you need a bio. And that's no offense, because, you know, ditto goes with me. I'm going to tell you about, you know, what I do.
Of course.
I mean, if you go on my IG, it says, Nikki6, Get That Paper Son, NikkiJoMazing. You know, I'm part of Amazing.
Okay.
Whoa, amazing. Whoa.
She was forgetting that part.
And I recently joined something in Chicago called the Chirac Nation.
Chirac.
Really? What's up, fam? So Chirac Nation is but Chirac Nation is, it's incredible what they do within the community of Chicago and beyond. They not only help out the youth and educate them on hip hop and the good principles, but they put a good name behind hip hop, because there's such a negative, you know, perspective on hip hop, and that's not what we want to put out there. We want to let people know that it is a positive community. So they donate school supplies, you know, they help out at school, they volunteer for different events, they feed the homeless. And this is a group of people that are graph artists, that are producers, DJs, MCs, bloggers. So it's a huge network. Everything that we do, like JoJo, which other sites
Oh,
do you
I'm on the
contribute to?
file100s.com. Recently, I'm going to be added to Grind Time as well, you know, the battle website, the battle scene. So I have those 2 also as work. I mean, it's pretty much I take that as doors to help promote other artists as well, not only on my website, because promotion is always good for you guys.
I was a beginner. I just fell in love with the scene first. Like, I didn't know bloggers exist. I just wanted to talk about my love for the music. So I was like, okay, cool, let me just blog. And then I wanted to get music from locals, because like I wasn't feeling the mainstream. It wasn't like keeping my attention as like the lyrical content like underground artists like really put out, because it's more relevant to me, because I don't have $1 million in the bank account. I don't have a flashy car, you know? So your music relevance to me because like I feel like we're on the same page. We're all hustling, we're all trying to do our thing. So my first article is how to promote your music via social media, such as Twitter and Facebook. So my first Twitter for when you're promoting your music via Twitter, do it best on your timeline. This will reach out to your followers like if it was meant for them. Make it personalized. No one wants to be tagged in with everybody else, because then right now it's not personal to me. I don't want to hear it because you're just blasting it, and it's like, you know what? If you want to get my attention, you got to make it out to me. Like,
it comes out as spam.
Yeah, and it comes out as spam, and then you're basically like, it just doesn't come off the right way. Like some people are like, okay, I'm bored, I'll check it out, but that outcome is very slim to none when it comes to like when you're trying to submit it to a blog. Like we want it submitted all correctly. We need a breakdown, we need a bio, we need photos, we need links, we need if you performed before, because we want to see that if you're doing something out in the community. Because you have to have some type of an establishment in order to get featured on these spots, because they got to see that you're doing something for like your music. If you're a part of the community, you have to show that you're active. If you're not active, you're not going to get noticed. Because there's people that are putting out music on the daily. They can make music on the daily. So you have to catch up to that like momentum. You have to be always consistent.
Yeah,
That's
It's
the
very
key.
important.
And not only that, but like she was saying about the spamming and just tagging people on Twitter, like, yo, listen to my song. Like nobody wants that. And as much as it sucks in this industry, image is everything. So it's very important. It's so important actually.
It's so
a
key component.
It plays a huge key factor in your marketing and your brand.
Not only that, but if you burn a bridge with one person, for example, say you burned a bridge with me, then
It's a domino effect.
it's a domino effect.
Yeah, seriously.
Sorry to interrupt.
All right, cool. And also, when you're starting to promote your music, like on your feed, basically Twitter, everyone could just go through back days and days of your thoughts and all stuff. But when you're promoting your music, you don't want to just have it, you're sending a link to someone, and it's the song. And it's the same song.
Yes.
And then now it's like 20 links in, and I know you're trying to promote your music, but you gotta like start like building like more personality, and like so people
Yeah.
like, oh shit, or like start promoting the blogs that do feature you, and then they're like, oh shit, he was featured on this site, let me check that out. Once the blog starts seeing that you're promoting them or you're supporting them, they're gonna start supporting you back.
Yeah, like with Twitter, it's a huge marketing tool. Like, be yourself, like, be witty, be funny. That's what Twitter's all about. That's where you gain followers, if you're opinionated, if you are who you are, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't just, I don't know, like, show your personality. It's very important. That's what Twitter's all about,
Unfortunately, it is. You have to really show.
If
I
you're
mean,
an
you don't
asshole,
want to
you're
show
an
your
asshole.
personal life.
If you're an asshole, you're an asshole on Twitter.
And
People
just
will
be an
probably
asshole on
follow you
Twitter.
because you're showing your true side.
Don't be an asshole to us. Some people like assholes, some people like nice.
I'm so serious. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse or anything, but
Once you've made us a fan, then we're also, the next time you have a project that's gonna come out, you already know people that are gonna promote your stuff, that like your stuff, so. That's
All
good.
right, cool.
Go Nikki.
Go Nikki.
Yeah, so then when you're promoting the music, make sure you hashtag. That's a very key component in Twitter, because when you hashtag where you're from, because I don't know, for some strange reason, artists don't mention where they come from or where they're representing. And I get pissed and I delete those emails because I want to know if I'm supporting locals, where you're coming from. That doesn't make sense to me. So that's why you have to promote yourself from where you're from, because you need home. You need some home support to really promote throughout other cities. Because if they see that you're standing out in one city, then it's gonna follow through. So if they see more support, and then that support's gonna follow you in other cities too, if they really feel you as an artist. So to continue that, the don'ts of Twitter. Oh, question.
Mind if I take a picture?
Oh,
by all
yeah,
means.
of course.
You don't have to pose, just keep doing what you're doing.
Oh.
No, I'd rather
No,
pose. I'd rather pose.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be like,
I'll take
Yeah, I don't want it with my mouth open or like.
yeah.
For Twitter don'ts, such as the spamming, or when people put like my tweet, it's like, no, you can't like a tweet, you favor a tweet. So you have to make sense when you're doing these things. Don't try and DM people your music, like, off front. Like, you wanna get their attention, you gotta talk to them. If you never said hi to me or talk to me, I don't wanna hear your music first of all. You gotta make that introduction, cause you gotta make them want to hear your music. Cause you got, okay, this guy's cool, maybe I'll check him out, he's cool. But if I've never talked to you, it's just not gonna happen. So make that first impression count.
And if you don't make that connection off of social media, if you know that person's gonna be at an event,
Yeah,
go
so
to
it'd be
that
awesome
event,
to
introduce,
meet you in
you know,
person.
introduce yourself. Don't be afraid. What is it gonna do? What is it gonna do to you? Just introduce yourself.
It's always about face to face. Like when it comes to these events, like a lot of people, they'll talk to me like on Twitter, but yet we're at the event and they won't talk to me. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm like, all right, so we'll just keep it as is. Either I break the ice or he's gonna break the ice. So anyway, so there's also a thing that I have to talk about. When it comes to when you're submitting your music to a blog, you have to develop like a blogger submission, like on Excel. Every blog, the person who you're trying to contact within the blog, their email, their Twitter, once you sent the email, when are you gonna follow up? Did they write back? You need to follow up because if you're just blasting your music, how do you know that it's getting anywhere?
And make it personal, you know? Don't just say,
Yeah.
Yeah,
check out my
don't put
song.
all the emails in the two or the
Oh,
BCC.
that's another thing.
Like, don't do that because you're just blasting it. Make it personal. Write to each blog individually. Make the contact first. Make sure who you know you're sending the music to. Because if I was an artist, never contact an editor or the person in charge of the site because they're the person that's most busy because they're handling everything and they're also doing the promotions for the site and they're doing all the other promotions for the artist. So the key component is for kind of dripping
To make
over.
connects, like for instance, JoJo writes for File Hundreds, she writes for GTPS. They're not the owners of the site, but now you have two people that are writing for the site, that you can make that contact with them and you know that every time they send your song, you send your song to them, they're gonna post that song. on
And
there.
I
there's a
give
chance
people
there's 2 or 3
my
times you might get
personal
posted.
email
Yeah.
address.
Yeah, I
It's not
do
just
too.
like a Dropbox, it's my personal email address. People find that wild sometimes, they're like, it's a crazy ass email address, but, yeah,
It's
it's
not a little cutie for you or something like
no,
that.
no. Yeah.
So, all right, I'm just trying to understand, okay? So if I send the email out Monday and I don't like get a response or nobody tell me that they posted, it's okay for me to send another email Wednesday or Thursday?
But you know
To
what?
Give it a little bit more time
Little
Give
bit
it
because
some time. And you
we're
know,
overwhelmed with submissions. So the key is you don't want to have like 5 emails of the same thing.
Yeah.
You want to try and contact them saying, hey, look, I submitted.
Exactly.
But don't do it publicly on Twitter because
Yeah.
you're putting it out there that they haven't
yeah,
got to
don't
you
call
yet.
them out.
So don't call out a blogger for not posting your music. It's just like, yo, I haven't opened my email this week and I got like 100 emails waiting for me.
And then
you know?
if you
So
realize that person isn't getting back to you, look at the site, look at all the other writers that write for the site. Most of the times they have like their names or social media names on there, and you can just try to connect with them on Twitter, you know?
How much time is enough time? Because you said give it enough time.
I
How much
say
is
like
enough time?
I
a week and a half is a good.
Well, it's okay
Break.
to, it's
I
okay
think a
to,
week is,
no, I think it's okay for you to follow up, like,
yeah.
not the very
Follow up
next
is a
day, but you
plan.
can give it like another day, or, you know, a couple of days.
Depends on when you want like the content to come out. But
Yeah.
if you want to buy out a certain day, you have to contact that blog a good couple weeks in advance so they're
Mhm.
ready for that release. Because if you release that content that day, you're not gonna get a mixtape review in a day.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
these sites
Oh,
post
yeah.
a mixtape
Yeah.
review in a day. It's like I don't have the conscious mind to bump a tape and listen and write about it. I gotta feel the music and give a good review. So you have to give the timing, especially if you want that early release or an exclusive. Connect with the blogger that has that link to it, and then you're able to make these things happen. As long as your content's great and you can get that retention, then it can happen.
I mean, as long as you're not like sending an email like 10 times a day, I think you'll be fine if you like send an email like the day after or something. Like, for instance, I do PR. I have to follow up with people like every single day, you know, and it could get annoying, but you know, sometimes people get tons of emails. They're not gonna see it. It's not gonna hurt you if you follow up. Just follow up the right way, you know? Just don't send the same email. You can say,
It's
hey,
usually
you know.
a couple week turnaround time for me,
Mhm.
but if I speak with an artist and I listen to it, I usually will let them know, hey, I'm gonna get around to this.
Mhm.
It might not happen tomorrow, but I will get around to it and I'm good with my word. but it's
Exactly.
usually at least a
I
couple
mean, it
weeks
is
turnaround
a
time.
process. Like for me, I like to sit down and listen to that one tape the whole day, even if it's 2 days, so I understand the feeling that you're giving
Yeah.
through it, your lyrics. I want to feel the music. Like I want to know what is it that you're trying to deliver with your music. So I mean, usually, yeah, like Mel said, it may take about a week, and of course, we contact the artist. If we like the music, I personally contact them and let them know, listen, I'm gonna post this up, and I'll give you, you know, a time frame of when it'll go up, and I'll tell you, and I'll send you a link, and you share it. Like, it's all a process. Everybody has to understand that if you email a mixtape that day and you wanna release that day, you have to understand that sometimes it won't happen. And people get upset because of that, but you have to understand, it took you that time to make that mixtape. It's gonna take us time to actually listen to it and give you the correct credit you deserve for it.
Yeah, because we want to make sure that your content is fine to post on your site, you know, like quality over quantity.
Usually
always.
we'll get links to mixtapes before they're actually released out to the public. So that gives us enough time, usually a week, and sometimes we can't even post it ourselves until the date that it's released.
Yeah,
But
and you can
usually it's a week
secure
in advance.
Yeah.
you can secure
So-
reviews or
And,
whatever,
and,
you
and
know.
it also helps you build anticipation. Fans like to know, oh, okay, they're gonna release just one track and that's it off this mixtape. You build that anticipation, and then the blogger can write a full review, so on your release date, you have all that publicity, all that media out there, the date of your release.
And promotion, you know.
So now
We
with,
got a lot to say all the time.
so with Facebook, the do's of promoting on your Facebook. Having great content as always. Let's see here. And creating an artist fan page. If you would like to keep your life personal and you don't want everyone to get in your business, then I suggest don't post personal things on your artist page. Like just promote music, upcoming events, features, like you want to grab people's attention, so you got to see what you're doing. So you got to have that buildup of content.
Save the picture of your lunch for your personal Facebook page.
Yeah, and then
Yes.
and don't go ahead and vent and say, you know, these bloggers suck. We understand sometimes we do suck, you know, we're opinion and stuff. But don't go on there saying they're hating on me, they don't want to post my music, you know, it's not a good look. Like I said, image is everything too.
Yeah, cry for help, man. And then also, let's see, following Facebook guidelines, considering everyone's being watched nowadays. Because if you're posting pictures of drugs and it's illegal in the state, you are proving to the world you're doing something illegal through a Facebook page that has your name, your phone number, your address possibly, and your location's tagged into the profile. So if I was you, please be discreet, don't post drugs, nudity, just keep it cool, man. No one needs to see that stuff. So like, you could rap about it, you could sing about it, but don't post about it. Like, until it's fully legal in the States, by all means, wait till then. But keep it clean.
Some
Keep it
people,
clean.
that's their image. Like,
You know,
I just get it.
sometimes-
Some
yeah.
people, that is part of their image and their brand.
That's true. For real.
So then the don'ts of Facebook is, I get a lot of things like mixtapes, singles, events, and I'm tagged in it, and I have nothing to do with the event, the song, I don't know who you are, and it's,
Tag you like pictures.
Yeah, and in the comments and stuff.
and then there's 40
sure
other
you do
people
too.
tagged
I'm
this
sure you
photo,
probably
everyone's
do.
commenting, and I'm
So
like,
you
what's
get the
going
alerts
on?
and the
Like,
comments.
Yeah, I get like 100.
and it's such a bad
The
put
thing.
Facebook IM though, when you're in a group chat with everybody and you're like, how did I get added to this
Yeah.
group chat?
Oh, you know,
Notifications
like,
are going
The
on.
messages,
man.
the statuses, like, it's silly because it's like, you could just contact me, it's like, hey, is there any way we could like cross-promote? So
Yeah.
then, it's okay to post your music on my thing, like, no problem, but if you're just trying to like tag me and just like, oh, you're kind of like using us in a way.
Yeah,
Guerrilla.
using
And
your
it's
name.
not fair, because you said you want to be generic. Contact them and just be real, just don't tag them, especially when it has nothing to do with them. Like, if they are part of the event, tag them, because they gotta get promoted, they gotta find it in their share, like, they gotta get linked to that, so you could just spread the word.
Quick question, since we're still on Facebook, how relevant do you think Facebook still is in like the social media?
That's a really good
That's
question.
really
Do you think
good.
it's phasing out a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's
You know-
dying out, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you know, it's good for like websites, you know, when people like an article, because when they like the article, it usually shows up on their Facebook
Right.
pages and then other people see it. But for like music stuff, you know, I don't know.
Right now,
That's a really good question though.
personally, I think IG is just top of the list.
Yeah.
Everybody's an IG person.
Whether
So
you're,
weird, right? 'Cause they all have IG, right?
Facebook
Serious.
looks
Yeah.
like
And
Instagram
what
when you
sucks-
scroll
Facebook
through
is
it.
way
It
more for your
does.
personal.
What sucks is that like
does.
Instagram used to have like you would be able to post a link to a YouTube and it would pop
Yeah.
up, and now it
Right.
doesn't do
That's
that
the thing.
anymore.
Yeah.
So it's really
You gotta put in
weird.
your bio.
Yeah.
You know-
bio.
If I could piggyback on that, I like Facebook because Facebook is more interactive. You
Mhm.
can actually
I
message
agree.
people, you can get personal
Mhm.
more.
I totally agree.
Yeah, I
with you.
agree.
IG, I can't, well, I don't know.
It's tricky.
I've seen people do it, but I don't
Yeah.
know how to easily just go send you a personal private
Right,
message
right, right, right.
or spread a word
I think
without.
I think the DM feature on Instagram is creepy.
Yes,
It's
it
very
is.
I don't want to see that message.
But you know, Instagram is
Like,
very
tell
good,
you-
you guys, with images and hashtags.
You can gain international followers through Instagram in a second
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
just
like
one
our Womazing-
hashtag.
With our Womazing like campaign on Instagram.
Yeah.
We did like a 30-day Womazing.
People like their information bite-sized, just a picture.
Yeah, like
Well, that's
we
true,
did
so-
like every day for 30 days. Before I changed the website, I was like, you know, let's do a campaign where for 30 days, every single day, we feature a woman like on Womazing that we feel stands for Womazing, you know. So we started off, you know, we did Beyonce, we did, who else? Queen Latifah, you know, and then we did, we put in the description on the picture like this person's Womazing because of this and this and that. And then eventually, people that were following us, they understood what we were doing and what the brand was starting to represent, and we would put a hashtag, and then other people would repost it, and they'll use the hashtag. So it's very important.
It's
a really
just
good
important to have a
social
social
media
media presence,
Mhm.
to constantly post stuff and constantly have something to show. So if you're a hip hop artist, you could be posting up related pictures of different artists or
Nope,
whatever.
nope,
Just constantly-
pixelated pictures, remember that?
I'll tell you why Facebook is important.
Mhm.
Personally, like I said, I don't like Twitter. I use it really just for business. I do try to create a personality on there a little bit, but it's really just for business. I personally love Facebook. That's my thing. So why is it important? It's important for the people that love Facebook and hate Twitter.
Exactly, yeah.
You know,
Exactly,
truly.
it's true.
And it's easier if you do have a Facebook fan page for that fan that is a Facebook
to
user
go like it.
to go on there and be able to see all your profile information in there and keep in
Yeah, it's
contact.
really important. Either way, all social media networks are important, you know? You have a Tumblr, you have all these little things, because some people are on Tumblr, but they won't be on Instagram, or they won't be on Twitter, you know? Like she just said, she prefers Facebook over Twitter. She's probably like in 5% of like, I don't know how many people. I'm just kidding.
All right, I'm older.
Like, you know,
I
it's still a crowd of people that
And see,
prefer
I'm vice
Facebook.
versa. I prefer Twitter over Facebook.
See, but that's
Because I only
that's
use
exactly why.
Facebook to share my website and stuff like that.
But as far as gaining
Personally-
followers, you're gonna gain more through Twitter. and
Of
IG.
course.
Oh, and hashtags, yeah, definitely.
What I would recommend with IG, there's an app, I'm not sure if it's on Android, but on iPhone, it's called Pick, Play, Post. It costs like $2, invest in yourself. And you can put pictures and videos and with audio and at the same time. Catch the people's attentions. It looks legit. Instead of you just rapping in the bathroom to yourself in the mirror, it could be a very nice, clean video clip. Like you can put your music video in this video and you have the adult photo and the album cover art in there. And that's gonna catch people's attention.
And have a
'cause-
track playing in the background.
Exactly. So like the key, so
Right,
pick,
that's how
play,
I-
post.
Play post.
And get creative on Instagram. That's
Yeah.
really what that app is about.
Get your likes up. Get
It's
your
really.
So like they look like.
Obviously, every content is available on my website, NikkiJoMazing.com, but I made a printout version for you guys, so at least you could physically see it and absorb the information. And at the back, I actually have my breakdown of how to submit your content to my website. So this is what every website should have on their website, a breakdown of what they need. So this is like, I have a serious breakdown, because that's how
It's important.
like pinpoint I need your information so I feel comfortable researching and I have everything I need. I don't have to hassle you and it takes you 3 days to get back to me because I need a better looking picture or something like that. So here,
Yeah, that was awesome. That was really awesome. Yeah, so, you know. you guys
It's really cool to see all four of you here.
Oh, thank you.
We have the live show right now. You got a videotape?
This is.
Yes.
This is actually going to be an episode of NikkiJoMazing, so I hope that's okay. I didn't bring a waiver for everybody this time.
Don't worry, some of them are good.
Okay, good, good.